cinnamon does magic in our bodies. You just have no idea how important this spice really is. It's a cinnamaldehyde in the cinnamon that has these major medicinal healing properties. It does so many great things for us. Now, there are two types of cinnamon. You have the cassia as well as the Ceylon. Ceylon is the true cinnamon. I do recommend people who use cinnamon preferably use organic if all possible, although any cinnamon will still give you great benefits. Cinnamon acts as an amazing antioxidant, helps prevent that oxidative stress, those free radicals. It helps beat up those free radicals to keep the body from degenerating. Free radicals is kind of like the example that if you have a lock out near the ocean and the salt and the water can attack the lock where now the key can't work anymore, it starts to rust. Well, our body is always being invaded by these free radicals. So this can help prevent those scavengers from destructing and destroying our body. On the other hand, this has great anti-inflammatory properties. This helps fight infections. This can actually help repair tissue damage. And it has ways of reducing inflammation in the joints throughout our entire system, and any type of autoimmune problem or any type of joint problem or any type of inflammatory problem. This can really do wonders for you. Remember that all diseases, the common denominator is inflammation. Now, what I love about cinnamon is it cuts the risk of heart disease, cardiovascular disease. And I'm going to go into this real briefly. But if we have our LDLs or bad cholesterol, low density lipoproteins, versus our good HDLs, this helps lower the bad LDLs. This actually lowers the triglycerides, the plaquey substance that can actually form into the arteries and cause that clogging of our arteries. So that's one great thing about this. It also makes us more insulin sensitive. The majority of the world out there, over half the world, is insulin resistant. That means that when you eat sugar or carbs and you have too much sugar, mostly from a bad diet, refined and enriched carbs, that excessive sugar that we're taking in puts a burden on the pancreas. The pancreas then secretes insulin. Insulin then goes to the cells. The receptors in those cells open up the gates where the glucose can get in, and so we can get our energy. But what happens is, as we start eating this bad diet over and over, we get too much glucose, too much insulin. We start getting what we call hyperinsulinemia, high doses of insulin, that eventually start to become resistant to the cells where they don't work anymore. So therefore, the sugar can't get in, and the sugar builds in the bloodstream. And that extra sugar can be stored as glycogen in the muscle or liver, or the excessive sugar above that can't be stored anymore gets converted to fat. And we're going to come back to that in just a second. So this can actually help reverse that insulin resistance to prevent that prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, as well as prevent that metabolic syndrome. And that's something important. So this actually lowers blood sugar levels. That's the bottom line. If we're lowering blood sugar levels, that means we'll have more energy. We're not going to take that dive of where we feel always tired all the time. This really can do wonders for the health and wealth of our body. Now, this cinnamon actually lowers blood sugar levels. It has powerful anti-diabetic effects. And the cinnamon has been shown to decrease the amount of glucose that enters your bloodstream after a meal. It also slows the breakdown of carbohydrates in your digestive tract. And it greatly improves the glucose uptake by your cells and doesn't rely so much on insulin levels. And cinnamon is high in fiber. What does that mean? That means it slows the digestion down from the stomach into the duodenum, to the small intestine. And when we slow the digestion down, the sugars slow down as it absorbs into the cells, so we need less insulin, and we never get that spike. So we're never getting that shakiness or that anxiety, and we're not taking that dive, that sleepiness that we seem to get quite often after we eat sugary foods. But here's the key. Since high blood sugar levels increase the storage of fat by the body by increasing insulin, cinnamon helps prevent that increase of that storage of fat and enables you to lose weight. Remember that the only time that your body is going to put on weight and increase your fat storage is when your insulin levels are high. So therefore, When you do intermittent fasting, your insulin levels are lower, or you're eating healthier with more fiber, less refined and processed foods, more of the complex carbohydrates where things absorb slowly, it keeps insulin lower, and it's so much easier to lose weight during those phases. And cinnamaldehyde has a direct effect on those fat cells. That in a process known as thermogenesis, the compound makes the adipocytes start burning the fat that they had been storing. And the adipocytes store lipids, which can then be burned by energy. And that's why I look at cinnamon as the Superman when it comes to help you burn fat, because it increases that thermogenesis, that fat burning throughout your body. Now, you need a very healthy diet to stay on. Okay, lots of fruits and vegetables, your polyphenols, your carotenoids, your different colored fruits and vegetables, your avocados, your good fats, your healthy fats, your olive oils, your nuts. So I want you to keep your body healthy. Start adding cinnamon to your teas, your coffees, your fruits, your oatmeals, or whatever foods it is. And if you want to lose that weight, have lots of energy, and keep those organs healthy, just add your cinnamon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends and family. And most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell.